Welcome to Virginia Repertory Theater and Cadence Theater Company's series, Mindfulness Mondays, Returning to the Yurt. While our production, Small Mouth Sounds, is temporarily on hold, we hope to return to you in the fall. In the meantime, we've created this video series, Returning to the Yurt, to help us not only survive, but thrive. Today, we have Christopher Reina, Appreciating What We Have. Christopher is a cutting-edge leadership coach, trainer, author, and researcher specializing in mindful leadership. He is a Virginia Repertory Theater board member, assistant professor in VCU School of Business, and the founder of Leading Without Ego. And now, Christopher Reina.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. This is Chris Reina. Wanted to quickly talk a little bit about how to stay mindful during this challenging time that we're all experiencing with COVID-19. One thing I try to continually remind myself is that while we often get lost in thinking about the future too much or thinking about even the past that we enjoyed prior to COVID-19, we sort of get ourselves worked up, and it seems then for us that it'll never end, this COVID-19 social distancing. Whereas from a mindfulness perspective, if we're able to focus on what we have now and what we're able to do in the present moment, we realize that despite things being different and being outside of our normal way of operating, the things that we value the most, our family and our friends and our spare time, and perhaps staying active, whatever those big pillars and values that we have, those things can stay the same. They absolutely should stay the same. But how we accomplish those and reinforce those underlying values may shift a bit. So for exercise, for example, maybe it's not going to the gym that we used to go to, but perhaps it could be, using a smartphone app and projecting to your TV in the living room and joining a fitness class that are readily available online. Or if it's time with family, instead of actually spending time with the family that's across the U.S. and taking a trip to see them, perhaps it's dropping in and doing a dinner once a week or a happy hour, or just having an afternoon snack and video calling those loved ones. So our underlying values can absolutely and should absolutely stay the same. And through mindfulness, we are able to remember that those things we value so much haven't changed. Just how we accomplish those values perhaps has shifted a bit, and that should make us feel a little bit better about the way things currently are. If you are currently struggling, as many of us are, to work differently at home, perhaps there's more people in your home, maybe you have kids and pets, and you're not able to go out and get a variety. How do you work best and how do you stay productive? A few tips for that. I started a blog on psychology today, and I've written about a couple different ideas that have come to me. And one of them is how to use the calendar more effectively, and how to ensure email doesn't manage you, rather you manage your email. And the same really goes to how we consume the news as well. And so the idea really with these blog posts is that, in all cases, if we're mindful and if we're intentional with how we pay attention, we'll seek out those aspects of information when we want to and when it's intentional. And that's when it's helpful for us. When we just have the alerts coming continuously to our phone, or perhaps our email inbox open and emails are constantly being downloaded, it's very distracting. And in that case, that information is managing us rather than us managing that information. And so as I continue and try to remain mindful and share some mindfulness tips, my biggest tip is really ensure that we are in control of our attentional destiny rather than allowing our attention to be regulated by things outside our control, like our email, perhaps like the news, or perhaps a focus on how things used to be or how we want them to be, rather than a focus on how they are now and how we can make the most of the way things are. I know for one, I can't wait to get back to seeing live theater. Small Mouth Sounds I know is rescheduled, and I look forward to that when we're able to attend. And until then, everyone stay happy and stay healthy and stay mindful. Thanks very much.